I can't tell you how excited I am about what's happening in the area of church strengthening here at the Baptist State Convention of Michigan. When I took this position as your executive director, I said then, and I still believe, that church strengthening is the area we need the most help in. So it has been the area that I've tried to give the most attention to this whole year. I believe strong churches are led by strong pastors. And so much of our energy this year has been focused on loving our pastors. Pastors, you really are our heroes. We've used lots of time, energy, and resources to try to make sure pastors know they are loved and appreciated. We had 5 specific events this year aimed at loving on pastors and their families, and we had over 400 people attend those events. We had 2 pastor and wives events that were overnight retreats that we had around 50 people attend, and the feedback from those who attended was very positive, with the assurance that they would love to attend again. We had 3 events for pastors, staff, and their families, where our goal was just to give them an evening out, free from the cares of leading a congregation. These were all attended to full capacity, and we had over 350 attend these events. We also began a partnership with Small Church USA. It's a ministry out of Indiana that comes alongside pastors and churches for a year-long journey of reminding ourselves why we do what we do and what God has called our specific church to do in our context. We have 3 churches involved in this at this time, and so far, the feedback from them has been very positive. We've also made a great effort this year to encourage churches to be on mission, and have even funded many of them through our state mission offering, trying to help them take mission trips in Michigan, but also around the whole United States and even several internationally. We believe that a church on mission will be a healthier church because they are focused on accelerating gospel movement here and across the world. One other thing I want to be sure and tell you about is that we've been working on a one-day strengthening lab that we are super excited to roll out in early 2026. This is going to be an interactive day with pastors and leaders from our churches. They'll get a chance to encourage one another, pray for one another, and discover some great tools to help us engage our communities, equip our people, and expand God's kingdom. We had a beta test class, and the feedback was very positive, and you're going to hear from some of those guys at our annual meeting coming up. The last thing that I want to be able to tell you about, and I'm super excited about, is that we were able to hire Ken Render as our Director of Strengthening. Ken has served our state and his church for many, many years, and he has a great deal of experience, as well as a heart to serve our churches. I would like for you to hear for just a few moments from him about his thoughts on his new role.
Hey, my name's Ken Render. I'm a husband. My wife and I have been married for 39 years now. We have 3 adult children. All are married and outside of the home. We have 4 grandchildren. I've been serving at Lakeside Community Church for the last 34 years. I asked God to plant me in one place and just be able to sink my ministry into that area, and God has done just that. And after 34 years, we have seen some great challenges. We have seen some great victories. Being in the ministry that long, man, I tell you, it's given me just the pleasure of being able to work with other pastors, work with the people in our area. And now I'm excited to work as the church strengthening director here at the Baptist State Convention of Michigan. This role, I think God has placed me in to use my experience to help pastors to come alongside them. And I have a heart for the pastor. I know their struggles, I know their victories, I know their triumphs, and I'm just excited to be able to work with them in this capacity, to be able to, just share my experience with them and be able to come alongside them. The area of church strengthening in our state has been something that has burned in my life. And man, when Ed Emmerling became the executive director of our state, I knew he had a heart for the pastors. And I knew he had a heart to strengthen our existing churches. One of the things I'm most excited about is the strengthening lab. And I see the strengthening lab as kind of a physical exam. You know, you go to the doctor every year, they take blood, and out of that blood sample, they do all kinds of analysis of your blood. You know, they check your cholesterol, your oxygen levels, all kinds of things. The strengthening lab is kind of like that for churches and for pastors. It really is an opportunity in just a small time frame, a few hours, one day, just to be able to analyze some things new about our community, maybe that our church has kind of missed, or just be able to assess how things are going in our discipling and in our evangelism and outreach. And that's why I'm excited about the Strengthening Lab. To be in this role, I'm humbled to be in this role. I'm honored. And I pray that through our relationship and getting to know one another, that I'm able to just be able to be an asset to the churches of our state convention.